Matt,
Yeah.
how in the world are ya?
I'm not necessarily tired, but I don't have a lot of energy. So at the point of I'm asleep and I'm awake, I'd put it at like a 40 to 60.
I'm glad we don't have any kind of time structure we're supposed to keep, because
That was 5 seconds of like pure silence. Sorry, my brain had to kick into gear. I'm like, no, come on. It's not going in reverse.
it's just that weird sound that gearboxes make sometimes, like
If you're using a manual and you're trying to shift gears, but you forget to put your foot on the clutch, just makes that grrr. You know, the sound that is nothing like the one I just made. Not sick at all. That's good. Or trying to get a better sleep schedule. I've been going to bed at like 3 or 4 in the morning.
oh,
Closer to 4. What was it? I think Tuesday. It was either Monday or Tuesday. I went to bed at like 5. And
wow.
I woke up at 12:30. It's just like, oh no, I have to go to work in an hour. That wasn't fun. Got another snow day though. That was, I think, Tuesday. I got a message from one of the guys and it was just like, don't come in. I was like, oh, why? It was Tuesday, yeah. Monday I went to bed at 5. Because I woke up Tuesday at 12:30. And I was confused. And then he sent me that message and I was like, what? And I looked outside and everything was white. And snow was falling from the sky. I wanted me to be like, of course, like the ground would be white. But it was like, that was a lot of snow compared to the one we had on, like, was it Friday? That we had, like, ice?
Yeah.
Yeah, Friday we had a little bit, but Tuesday was so much more. And I looked outside and I was like, oh, that's why. That was great, because I played, like, 7 or 8 hours of Breath of the Wild in a row.
And you accomplished nothing.
Did nothing that day.
No, in the game.
Oh,
7 to
no, I
8
did
hours.
a lot. I've done a whole lot. I've found 92 shrines without using a guide. I got really close to looking for the Blood Moon shrine, because I think in that span of like 8 hours I had a blood moon like 4 or 5 times.
Wow.
And it kept ticking me off because I would want to pass time, but I didn't want to miss a blood moon. After I'd found it, I started looking everywhere for it. Like, I dropped, like, I would think I was trying to complete a bunch of like side quests, but I remembered that I got the that special medallion that lets you teleport wherever you want. I was like, oh, I'll place that down, and then when a blood moon comes, I can just teleport to it. Because I think, like, if you like teleport somewhere, it goes ahead like 10 minutes in game. So I finally found it after like 2 or 3 blood moons had happened, and then blood moon came, popped over there. I saved it, and I'm really glad I did, because I stood on top of it and nothing happened. And it was like, there's a blood moon.
You have to.
So I went back. Really hated myself because I like went back to my the last autosave, which was, it was during that day, but it was like the beginning of the day. So I had to wait, but I went back to the bird guy and I listened to it and it was like, what do I have to do? And I spent like 10 minutes like going back in time trying to figure out like what I needed to do, and finally I took all my clothes off and I was like, oh.
Yep.
And then I took the clothes off in the game and I was like, that's it.
And that inspired me to actually do what I needed to do in the game.
Yeah. It's a fun image for you.
So nothing but Breath of the Wild then, right?
Oh yeah. No, it's Breath in the Wild and Mario Kart. Anytime I go to the bathroom now, I'll bring Mario Kart in.
Okay.
It's fun because I'm trying to. I want to get. I want to beat all of the Grand Prix at 50, 100, 150, mirrored, and 200. Finish them all in first. Because I think if you do that, you'll unlock Gold Mario. So, you get nothing out of it.
You get Gold Mario.
There's already a Metal Mario. I know it's gold, but
You
that's a lot of time.
Gold.
That's a lot of
Mario.
time just to get one character that is basically a different color of another character.
He's gold.
Right.
Okay.
He's actually gold-colored Metal Mario.
It's Gold Mario.
Can't prove he's made of gold.
You can't prove he's not made of gold.
Can't prove he's made of metal.
You can't, exactly. You can't prove Mario's not
Could be
a
a liquid.
robot. You know?
Can.
How do you know Mario's even real?
I looked at him in his eyes and he said, I believe you.
He said it's a bee. Mario.
It's a me, Mario. I was like, Mario, were you a robot? He said, no. I was like, okay. But yeah, that's I think I've said this maybe once before, can't remember. I think before I said that I wouldn't get that game because it's kind of, I don't really like having anyone else to play with, but it's a really nice game to play with when you're on the toilet. Take your breaks from Breath of the Wild.
There's no break. You need a break in something from Breath of the Wild. You do something else in Breath of the Wild.
You're going for shrines and you take a break? Go look for Korok seeds. You're done looking for Korok seeds? Go find some Lynels. You're done fighting Lynels? Kill Ganon? Again? Don't get the light bow?
Again?
It's the dumbest thing. Even if it had like a short...
A short?
Yeah, no, a short durability. Like the durability for the light bow was like really, because I can understand that because it's a 100 power bow. It's probably the strongest bow you can get in the game. Just make it to where like, oh, you can use it like 10 times. It's like, that's so cool. It's like the obliterator weapon is such a cool thing. But you don't get to keep it. And I can understand why they wouldn't want you to have it. Because if you're a good enough player, you could kill everything. So let me do it. Let me kill everything. It's my world. Let me play God. Just kill all the villagers.
Yeah, it's funny that you can like do things like detonate a bomb right in their face, and the most they do is go.
You know, one dude took a he took a cuckoo all the way to Death Mountain and threw it in.
And
Nothing.
It just went into the lava.
He spent a very long time trying to get that cuckoo to Death Mountain. Threw it in. Nothing happened. I would have liked for a if I had worked on Breath of the Wild, I would have thought of that, or I would have tried to, and make like, all RPGs have that one secret boss.
Mm-hmm. And have it be like a lava giant.
It's
cuckoo.
just a giant cuckoo head that raises from the lava, and you have to like there's gale winds like everywhere, and like you have to like fly around and like drop bombs on him and like blow him up, and then like fall on his beak or something and just like smack his face a little bit, and then fly back up, drop more bombs. Like that would be so fun. But no, they decided to be boring. No
Played
cuckoo
it
god.
safe. Breath of the Wild is actually a safe.
You have
Zelda
no chicken
game.
deities in your game. I will not play this.
You
Where are
mean
your poultry gods?
Ultra Mega Chicken? No.
You can even call like
He's legend.
you can find like a secret quest for it that doesn't really tell you how. It's just kind of like this might be it. The quest can be called, I guess, a murder most foul. Because you're killing a cuckoo.
Yeah, they get it.
Foul's another word.
It's understood. No explanation needed.
Chicken.
Cuckoo.
But yeah, that's been my day and my thoughts. What about you, Steven? What have you been playing?
Well, I beat both White Knight Chronicles 2 and Project Cross Zone, and I have some thoughts on those games. White Knight Chronicles 2. I've never played an RPG that had such a non-ending. It starts out pretty typical. You get everyone out of there. The place is falling apart, of course, for some reason. There's no CG cutscene, even though there's a bunch of CG cutscenes like leading up to the final battle. Nothing in the end as like a reward for beating the game. After that scene, you're just brought to the credits that plays a pretty good rendition of the main theme. And then you see in the background of the credits just static images of the aftermath of the final battle. No, I think there's like, okay, no. So you run out of the place where the final battle is. There's one scene back at the castle, and then it goes to credits. And then you kind of see like just static images of the characters like doing different things, like going back to their old lives. And then there's one final scene after the credits that involves the main character that, of course, you would expect this to happen at some point at the end. No surprises. No, there's so many like... There's like a big love triangle that doesn't get resolved. I was just like... I was so underwhelmed by how that game ended. I was like, you can't think of anything here? The game already kind of doesn't have the best presentation, so you need to give me something more than what I would see at the end of like a 16-bit. No, you get more story at the end of a 16-bit RPG at this point than a PlayStation 3 7th generation RPG. So that was a letdown on the ending. Other than that, great game. Project Cross Zone. I spent almost 2 full days last weekend trying to beat that game. I think just clearing 5 chapters. because there's 41 chapters in the game. And oh goodness, I've never seen a game just stretch itself out so much longer than it needs to be. The game, I think at the end, I took between 60 and 70 hours to beat it. Tactical RPG. I think it's only the second one I've ever played. I played Fire Emblem Sacred Stones before that. And that did take me a long time, but not anywhere near that amount of time. And I think the final boss, like, I killed everyone else on the field except for him, which is what I would normally do. And then at one point he gets to a little bit below half health and he just resurrects everyone else, like, or everyone that I just defeated again. At that point I was like, nope, not doing this again. You're going down. And I just started using all of my ether items and giving everyone enough meter to do their super moves on him and healing everyone 100% after he attacked. It was a good showdown. It was a good final battle, but that game needs to be like half the length. It's really too long. It's almost so long that I have a hard time recommending it. Because it's a cool game. If you like to have an RPG where you have to do different button presses timed very well, it's definitely a game I recommend anyone who's got a 3DS look into. Also, if you like crossover stuff. The game's one giant crossover of characters. So yeah, after I beat those, I started playing Breath of the Wild again, but this time on the Switch. And I have to say, one thing that I never thought I would appreciate so much is the fact that you could put the Switch to sleep. You can't do that with the Wii U. You could turn it off and reload your game from scratch, which takes quite a while to load Breath of the Wild from scratch again. Also, taking the Switch, with me to work and playing on a lunch break, that's fun. That is a lot of fun.
It's crossed my mind to take mine to work and play Mario Kart with the other night guy. Because there's a lot of times where we'll have like 40 minutes where we do nothing. Like, no one even gets gas at the, like, pays for gas at the pump.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's just no one. And then, like, at that time, like, I'm watching all the YouTube videos I missed the past few hours. I'll look at, like, I don't know, whatever kind of social media is, like, what did people do today on Instagram? What did people do on Facebook? I don't know, I'm bored. I'm up to speed with all my cleaning and everything. There's just nothing to do. But, I don't know.
It feels weird.
It's not just that. Like, for like days that are kind of busy, where like I wouldn't have time to play it, I don't know if I'd want to leave it in my car. I don't know if I'd want to leave it on the counter.
Do you have a case?
No. Usually if I take it anywhere, I will plan on plugging it up to a TV, so I just bring the whole box.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. It's good. But yeah, I've thought about it. My buddy, one of his coworkers has a Switch, and they work a night shift too. And whenever it gets really slow, that's what they'll do. He'll pull out his Switch, and they'll just play Mario Kart right there. And then someone walks in the door, like, "Oh hey, what's going on?" Like, what are you guys doing? Playing Mario Kart.
Play Mario Kart. Wow. Oh hey, and then they like join in, and it's a Nintendo commercial before you know it.
That's good fun time.
Yeah. So right now in the game, what I'm trying to do is beat the Eventide Island shrine, and I only have 1 stamina wheel and 5 hearts. And I keep getting one-shotted. And it's very frustrating because I won't get one-shotted until I've been at it for like 15 minutes. And then
That's
you have
the
to
worst.
start over. Yeah. It's worse with some other games I've played recently. White Knight Chronicles 2, there was a thing happening with that too. But that's what I've been playing.